Hello, everybody. Welcome to Spirit-Based Therapies. My name's Trina, and I'm doing my first Facebook Live. I'm not nervous at all. I've got it all under control. It's all sorted. What I want to talk to you today is share a bit of information about soul and spirit and their relationship to your health and well-being. A little bit about me first, though. I'm a medical clairvoyant, I'm a psychic spiritual healer, and I'm a teacher of spiritual healing. I am passionate about helping people reach their health and well-being potential and goals. And I am passionate about doing that by helping people to connect to their own spirit, the light of their own spirit. So spirit light in and of itself is inherently transformational. And if that is the only thing that you take away from watching this video today, then I will have done my job and I will be very, very pleased. So I'm actually a health nerd. I call myself a health nerd, a self-confessed health nerd. That doesn't mean that I live an incredibly healthy lifestyle. I do have the occasional green smoothie, but I was born with some pretty life-limiting medical conditions, and I really had to find a pathway to a quality of life. It didn't just come naturally to me. And I used a variety of measures to support myself to become symptom-free and gain back a quality of life. And one of those was spiritual healing. And of course, so I'm quite passionate about spiritual healing. I know it isn't what is necessary for everybody, but it is an incredible medicine. I'm also a health nerd because I have a Bachelor of Health Science, and I am constantly studying, absorbing information, reading about all things medical, health and well-being related. I love science. I love pulling things apart and understanding how they work. And I would call myself a microbiome nerd, an autoimmune disease nerd, adrenal fatigue, thyroid, mental health, you name it. I'm fascinated by it. I've done lots of study and research on it. And really what it is for me is that I love the human body. I just love this body that we have. And I love that it is so deeply complex. Like, the biochemistry of our body is so incredibly complex and fascinating to science nerds like me. But I also love that our body is this vehicle for us to live these incredibly interesting lives and live these physical, psychological, mental, emotional, soulful and spirit-filled lives. You know, thank you, body. What an incredible body for helping to facilitate all that. I've had a few health crises in my life. When I was doing my Bachelor of Health Science, I really bottomed out. I became really unwell. A lot of things weren't working for me, and I tried so many different ways to get well. I tried lots of different medicines. I was on the specialist treadmill, and I was just taking medicines and getting more symptoms. And I have nothing against medicine whatsoever. Please believe me, I really don't. I just, nothing was really working for me. And I just felt really quite ashamed in many ways. And I felt like I should know better. You know how it is. I should know better. I have the tools. I have the knowledge. I should be able to, you know, be doing better than that. And I just wasn't. And so I started looking for something else. I didn't even really know what I was looking for. I just kind of turned internally in my body. I was like, all right, if I have to have a life in this body, then it has to be a better quality of life. I want a better quality of life. And I had had some psychic experiences in my life. I'd had some conversations with spirit guides even, but I wasn't even interested in that stuff. I had no interest in it. It just wasn't really my thing. But when I was deeply searching inside of myself, I did meet a spirit guide, and that spirit guide did show me certain biochemical phenomenon that was taking place in my body, some psychological challenges that were taking place in my body. And that guide helped me put these issues and these challenges of my medical conditions into a greater context. They helped me understand them from the perspective of my soul growth and my soul development. And then my illness and my unwellness that I'd really hated and felt really horrible for having. I started to understand it differently, and it started to take on more purpose and meaning. It had purpose and meaning in my life. It wasn't just that I was irrevocably busted in some way. So I've been practicing as a psychic spiritual healer, teacher of spiritual healing for almost 2 decades now, about 19 years, I think. And I've worked on a variety of people with a variety of conditions, a variety of bodies. I work with a spirit healer team that just keeps growing depending on the needs of my clients and the needs of myself as well, and my own personal healing journey. So there's one thing that I really want to share with you today, that one thing that I talked about at the beginning, and that is that spirit is transformational, okay? So we all have a spirit, we all have a soul. And I think of soul and spirit as coming from source. I use the word source because, you know, we don't want to waste time arguing about, you know, where soul and spirit come from. To me, I'm not really interested. But source is a point of origin from where our soul and our spirit emerge into a physical being, and we are a physical human being. And our soul, it has a yearning, right? We are a soul having a human experience, and when we finish, we go back to source, right? So we are a soul having a human experience, and our soul has a yearning, an absolute yearning to express itself to the greatest potential that it has available to it, to its greatest potential in the most mundane of things that we're doing, right? So washing dishes, hanging, you know, clothes on the line, to the most profound tasks in our life. And when it is able to express itself through the body, through this human body, undirected by the mind, unencumbered by the mind, then you start to feel better. It's as simple as that. You just simply feel better in anything and everything that you are doing when your soul is given more expression through your body. And for me, like me, certain symptoms started to clear up until I am probably living, not probably, I know, I'm living the healthiest life I've ever lived so far. You know, my body is the healthiest it's ever been. So your soul nature, your soul is the vehicle through which the light of your spirit enters into your body. All right, stick with me here. Our soul is the vehicle for the light of our spirit. All right, so our body is a vehicle for our soul. Our soul is a vehicle for the light of our spirit. And when our soul is moving in an unencumbered way through our body, we are able to have more light from our own spirit move through our body. And then we have access to the transformational light of our own spirit, of the spirit. And that's incredible. And that's something that is available to every single one of us. I have some tools and resources on my website, www.spirit-based-therapies.com. Believe me, I do regret that name with all those dashes in it. It is a little bit complicated. Anyway, I have some resources on that website to help you meet the light of your own spirit, to meet the gifts and abilities of your own soul, and start bringing that into your world more as well, so that you can reap the benefits of it. So that's all I really wanted to say to you all today. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a really lovely evening and a fantastic weekend. Bye for now.